Hi, this is Juliana, and I am going to be talking about green cleaning today. I'm going to wait for just a couple of minutes and see who. I know this is the middle of the day, and but I thought, you know what, this is the time that some people maybe sit down and have a minute and have a cup of coffee and just relax. So this might be a good, or get some of your lavender out and put it in a drop and smell it and just calm down for a minute. But I've got a little class for you that ought to take maybe 10 minutes, and I think it's full of some good information that you may not know, and hopefully it'll improve your life, because it certainly improved mine. Anyway, I'm going to give you a couple of minutes, and while I'm waiting, I've got some of the basic ingredients. In fact, 4 ingredients. We're going to make 3 different products with 4 ingredients. So I think anybody could do this. In fact, for you moms, or if you have nieces or nephews, this might be a good project that you could have them help you with, because it's that easy. A child can do it, and they won't have any toxins to hurt them. So anyway, so give you another few seconds. And if you're on, if you'd let me know, I'd appreciate it. And just because I like to know who's on there. Okay. All right. So I'll just go ahead and start, and then you can watch it from the beginning if you're joining late. I'm Juliana Erickson. I'm here in Nashville. I'm a silver with Brittany Davidson, and I love these oils. I've been doing them for about 3 years. I've been doing essential oils for maybe 40, but again, I was using the other kind, the ones that don't really work, but these do. So, So today, as I started talking a minute ago, we're going to make some cleaning products. I'm going to make 3 here. I'm going to give you recipes for like 7. I'll put down in the chat box, so you don't need to write the recipes down. You can if you want, but I'm going to put them in the message so you'll have them for later. And then I'd like you to just think about some of the changes that you can make in your life. So non-toxic cleaning, it's an easy way to really drastically improve your health. And I'm going to use the samples that you got lavender. We're working on lavender today and wild orange yesterday. So those are the oils that I'm going to use in the sample in what we're going to make today. So you can make cleaning products with the samples you have. So a lot of times people think, if maybe for the last 20 years we've been hearing a lot about germs and viruses and bacteria and keeping clean and using Purell and cleaning 99.9% of germs and bacteria. Well, the fact is, yes, that's a good thing. You definitely want to kill some of those bad ones, but the problem with that is sometimes we're too clean. Sometimes we're killing the good bacteria too, and that good bacteria is really helpful to keep our immune system healthy. So it is not a good thing to kill everything. That's why antibiotics are not a good thing, because they're killing the good and the bad bacteria as well in our bodies. So this is the same kind of idea, that let's just kill the bad guys and not kill the good. Because when we kill, one of the reasons we have all these superbugs that you hear about is that they're antibiotic resistant, because people they're killing everything in the good and the bad instead of just the bad. So, and many products that we use regularly in the U.S. have extremely toxic and sometimes even hazardous chemicals in them. The Poison Control Center in the United States, they say, I think it was last year, they were saying that they got like 200,000 calls that year, but 120,000 of those had to do with children under 6 who either swallowed or spilled some of the cleaning products from their home on them. I mean, come on. So why even have that kind of stuff in your house? I mean, if it's going to do that, and also, by the way, it's also hard on pets. I mean, I'm just throwing that in. When you use these chemicals on the floor and the animals, it goes into their pads of their feet, into their bodies, and especially cats. They have such delicate livers, and they have trouble processing a lot of this stuff. So it's really not a good thing. In fact, you don't ever want to use pine for animals. Even the pine, if you ever use pine in the cleaning products, don't use pine if you have cats and dogs. Okay. Anyway, so there's an organization called the Environmental Working Group. It's a nonprofit, EWG.org, and they go through and they'll list all of the products that are hazardous, what's in them, why they're bad, studies that are connected to what they're causing, and they have what they call is a Hall of Shame. And what they've done is, what's interesting is these products in their Hall of Shame are ones that we've known, or in my age, we've known them for years. From the time I was kids, I remember some of these products. And they're used today. You can go to the neighborhood grocery store and they're on the shelves there. And they're terrible for you. So these are the ones on their Hall of Shame. Glad plugins. How many people use that? Scrubbing bubbles, orange glow, and easy off oven cleaner. And by the way, these they also test on animals, which I don't agree because doTERRA does not. Anyway, so there's that. So, but I want to inspire you to use. You can have the same smell. Like I've got my diffuser here. You don't need the Glad plugins. You've got a diffuser. Of course, they have these other. There's other ways that they're the oil. doTERRA now for Christmas you can get those reeds, the oil reeds, so if you don't have an electric, you can have your oils that way. You can put them on a piece of clay and diffuse them in the room. So there's ways to you don't need the Glad plug-in. And so all right, many of the hazardous chemicals in these traditional conventional products that I'm talking about, they're carcinogens, they're neurotoxins, they're endocrine disruptors, and more. And so what endocrine disruptors, they disrupt like estrogen, and they mimic estrogen, and then they knock out our regular estrogen. They pretend to be estrogen, and they totally screw up our body. And there's a huge amount of body of studies that show the connection between these hormone disruptors and breast cancer. By the way, and this leads me to one of the, and I can't even pronounce some of these chemicals, so I'm not even going to try, but you've seen the word fragrance, and when you see the word fragrance, that is a neurotoxin almost every time. Parabens, phthalates, that's what fragrance usually is. Those are hormone disruptors. Those are what you don't want. I mean, just go through your house and get rid of everything that says fragrance on it, and you don't need it. There are plenty of ways to get around it. You don't need it. And by the way, when you do go through your house, like I did a couple of years ago, I went through my house, and I had two garbage. I thought it was a clean living. I had two big garbage bags full of products that I could not believe said fragrance, including some perfume that I'd gotten from France. I mean, it was from a company from the 1700s, and the first ingredient, it said fragrance. And I'm thinking, what? Fragrance in this, $200-something bottle of perfume that big? So you don't want fragrance. You don't want to disrupt your hormones, your thyroid. You don't want that. So when you take those products, don't give them to friends. I won't even give them to, there's nobody I hate enough to give them those things, because it's poison. So there's places in town, like Nashville has a toxic waste dump. You can bring it for free, and twice a year I gather up all the batteries and stuff like that, and I will bring them over there. So that's what you do. You don't pour them down your drain, because that messes up our drinking water, and I don't want that added to our water, and it's bad for the environment. Don't put it in your trash. Bring it to the and just be a good steward of the world. So I talked about that. Glycol ester, that's another one that I'm just learning some of the names of these. I can pronounce that. That's one of the reasons I'm talking about it. But glycol ester, that's in a lot of cleaning products, and it's in cosmetics, and it's in paint. And a lot of times kids who have the paint in the room with glycol ester in it, they have a much higher incidence of asthma and allergies. And then also studies are showing that 50 years ago, men had 50% more testosterone than they do. The average American male had 50% more testosterone than they do today. And they're linking a lot of it to this glycol ester. I mean, it's quite a big deal. But again, you don't see that on the front page. You hear about all these other things that they don't really affect you personally. This stuff does. And you can choose to just not buy it. Buy something else. Create something else. So in the European Union, a lot of the things that are in our products on the shelves, most of the world it's banned. Our United States is so accepting of some of these toxic chemicals, and someday, anyway, I encourage you to just investigate go to ewg.org, hear about the toxins and the hazards, get rid of anything with fragrance in your house, and instead of okay, maybe not that, maybe you won't go that far, but at least start with one room. Maybe start with your laundry room, and then go into your kitchen sink and do that next. Maybe you do it a step at a time. But if I've got 4 ingredients, and I can clean my whole house with these 4 ingredients, including the laundry room. So, all right. One last thing. Hormone disruptors that I talked about before, they lead to problems with our thyroid, our adrenals, our sex hormones, lead to chronic fatigue, fibromyalgia, hormonal issues, and more. And that, respiratory issues, I mean, there's just tons of it. So it's just not worth it. It's just not, plus they're more expensive. So, So when you, all right, so we're going to go ahead and make your own cleaners. It's safe for the environment. It's easy, it's affordable. And the side benefits is that you get invigorated, because like we're going to use wild orange. Are you kidding? Wild orange is awesome. Wild orange is antibacterial. I know you've heard this, but I'll give it to you in a cleaning. It's antibacterial. It's a powerful cleanser and purifying agent. And plus, while it's cleaning awesome, it's also supporting your immune system, because it's wonderful for that. And it's energizing, and it helps curb your appetite. And it's a mood lifter, and it's a super antioxidant. So all of these, you're smelling all of that while you're cleaning the house. I also like all these different smells because my house smells so good. Some days I'll be using the lavender, and other days peppermint, other days, maybe rosemary, another day orange. So that's kind of nice. So lemon, we're going to be using, that's an antibacterial, antifungal, antiseptic, disinfectant. Plus it's mood lifting, and it creates a positive mood, and it's another super antioxidant. And then the third one we're going to use today is lavender, and it's antifungal, antiseptic, antibacterial, and antimicrobial. And it also helps your respiratory system, and has fabulous mood calming properties. So, and this is not, like she was saying this morning, this is not the artificial lavandin. That does nothing. It smells vaguely like lavender, but this stuff is the real thing, and it does all of what I just said it does. It really is the real thing. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do, and I realized I don't have them out here. I can't believe I did that. All right, so those wool dryer balls, about this big. So these, to use these, the wool dryer balls will last for typically 1,000 washer loads. So look at how many dryer sheets you can use if you start using these wool balls. Plus it keeps everything. I like the way it fluffs up the things in the dryer, and it smells amazing. It's anti-static. But I just love the way everything smells. So you just put 3 or 4 drops on the ball, and then wipe the lavender in, throw the balls into the dryer with it, and there you go. And I mean, that's awesome. And I don't even know how much dryer sheets are, but I'm guessing you'll save, in 2 to 5 years, you probably save $100 on dryer sheets if you have a family of maybe 2 or 3. I'm just guessing. Like I said, I don't know how much they are, but I do know for dryer balls to last 2 to 5 years is a big deal. 1,000 loads. You can also, by the way, if you don't want to get the dryer balls, if you want to use this tonight, if you're doing clothes, take a damp washcloth and put 3 to 4 drops of lavender on it, and scrub it in so it gets in the fibers, and put that in, and that will also have the smell of lavender in your clothes. And boy, does it smell good when you put it on your sheets. Oh my gosh, it's awesome. Okay, so that's the first thing you can make. You can start in your laundry room and make the dryer balls. the next thing is the window cleaner. And so we're going to make that. I'm going to actually make that here. So I only use glass because we talked about that, but I'll say it again, that these oils will actually pull the petrochemicals out of plastic. And you know, like if you're drinking, you don't want to drink it in a plastic glass. You should be drinking plastic water. And it's the same thing here. I don't want to spray plastic. I'm here to make a clean air in my house. So with glass, the wild orange or lemon or lavender, it won't affect the glass. So these I get on Amazon. I buy 6 at a time because I use them for different things. And like I said, I like the smell. I like it has different smells. It makes house cleaning really nice. I tell you, it really does. Okay, so here's this. So empty, and then you take. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, so here's some white vinegar. And I'm going to take a tablespoon of that and put that in. And then a cup of water, this is an 8-ounce bottle, so. There's that. And then we're going to take the wild orange from yesterday and put 5 drops in, if you have any left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's it. That's it. So do you think you could make that? And like I said, this is a great project to get your kids involved and explain to them why you're doing it, that you love them so much, you want them to be healthy inside and out, you want the pets to be healthy, you want your friends to be healthy, you want everybody to breathe fresh air in your house. So that's it. And then you shake it up really good. And that's it. And then just spray it on, and that's your window cleaner. Now make sure you label it, because I made that mistake at first. I thought, oh, I'll remember what it is. No, I don't. I mean, you can smell it and smell that lavender's in it, but it's not, you need to put on what it is. All right, so there's that. And then another thing, this is an all-purpose cleaner. I'm going to, I made this ahead of time, and this is a larger bottle, so this is a small, so it depends on what size you want. So this I put in, this is 1/4 cup of white vinegar, 2 cups of water, 30 drops of wild orange, and a teaspoon of Dr. Bronner's liquid soap, liquid Castile soap. And then you shake it up, and that's a cleaner you can use all over the place, and it smells amazing. And you know, you can do this and leave off the soap and just spray it as a kitchen counter, and it smells great. But I have cats, and cats don't like the smell of, if I leave it on there and just let it dry, they're less apt to go up on the kitchen counters when I have the citrus up there. Just thought I'd mention that. All right, so this is a really nice way. So that's an all-purpose cleaner. You can use it everywhere. You can clean stainless steel there. You can clean countertops. You know, whatever you clean. I have a housekeeper. She uses all this. She uses all natural, by the way. She's not allowed to use it. One day she came in and she brought something from another a customer in. I don't know why she decided to do that. Oh my, and I was back in my office. I could smell it all the way from there. I said, what do you use? What do you have? She said, and it was Pine Sol. It was horrible. I said, get that out of here. I don't even want it in. Anyway, so there's that. All right, so the next thing we're going to make is, this is a nice one. This is a carpet deodorizer. And I have wood floors, but I have a big 9x12 carpet. And so just to make it smell nice, especially in the winter when we're inside more. So I get the big thing of baking soda from Costco because I make so much of my stuff and make my own deodorant and all that stuff. Anyway, so a cup of this, and then, so this is an 8-ounce jar. That's about it. That's about a cup. Doesn't have to be exact. That's that. And then 6 drops of lavender. And you got this today, right? So you take that, whoops. And make sure you tap the bottom of these little bottles. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's it. So I put 6 drops in here, and then I shake it up. Maybe get a little Latin music on. Anyway, that's it, and let it sit overnight because all the baking soda absorbs the lavender. And then you could put some holes on the top and just shake it. Like this is enough for maybe 3 applications, because I have a 9 by 12, maybe 3 or 4, and that's it. And it smells so nice, and it freshens the rug, and the lavender smells awesome. And all of a sudden, your whole house smells like a spa. People will walk in and say, "Oh, everything smells so good." That's nice. And by the way, something similar to that is this one. And I mentioned I have cats. I use this for their litter box, and it's almost exactly the same thing. I put a cup of baking soda, and with this one, I just put, remember their liver can't do a lot. So I put 1 drop in this whole thing, 1 drop of frankincense, shake it up. Frankincense is to help their immune system and everything. And then so let it sit overnight, and put a tablespoon in their litter box. And so when they walk on it, it goes in through their body, and it helps their body, and it also smells great. So look at that. It's 2 very similar things, different amounts of oil, but I love it. So like I said, the 3 main ingredients are baking soda, Dr. Bronner's, and white vinegar. Okay, so those are the 3 things. And then another thing is a floor cleaner. So that would be a gallon of hot water, 2 tablespoons of the liquid Castile soap, 15 drops of wild orange, 8 drops of lemon, and you put that in a big bucket and mop, and you don't even need to rinse it if you don't want. And it's that orange and lemon really kills the germ. You want to kill this. It's awesome, and it smells amazing. Like I said, it makes everybody happy, especially on these dreary days. So and then I've got a recipe for soft scrub that I'm going to put on so anyway, there you go. So you can actually improve your health while you're cleaning. How about that? How many other things can say that? So you can improve your health while you're cleaning, improve your mood while you're cleaning, and your kids, you can have your kids help you clean, and you don't have to worry about them having side effects or asthma or anyway, or worse. Hormone disruptors. You want to have grandchildren later, Anyway, and plus they're super affordable. They're just so much cheaper than regular. These are pennies a drop, like pennies a drop. Okay, that's all I have to say. If you have any questions, you can. But like I said, I'm going to put these recipes down there in the message. So there you go. Enjoy. I hope you're having fun with this week. I love these oils, and we all love helping you. So any questions about anything to do with the oils you're getting this week, post them and we'll answer them. Bye-bye. Have a great day.